Hey guys, Greg here with the School of Fishing. Thanks for tuning in. Today's video is going to be great. We're going to be talking about what to pack on a saltwater trip, particularly to Belize. So stick around, it's going to be fun and you're going to learn something. All right, we're back, so let's jump to it. But before I jump 100% into it, I want to talk about how we got this trip to Belize and where we're going exactly, because that's kind of key. We're actually going to be going to Iguana House in San Pedro, Belize, which is fantastic. And that we met Chris through one of our lodge programs that the School of Fishing offers. So if you're a lodge and you're looking for more visibility within the fly fishing space, or you're looking for possibly some marketing options, please feel free, reach out to the School of Fishing. We have some packages we can help you out and get you guys some visibility and get you out there as well. So again, myself or Dave will more than willing to help you with that. So, all right, let's jump right to it. So one of the biggest things is when you're going to go to any trip, it's kind of key to have some staples and the basics, which I don't have in front of me here because I'm just going to name them off. And that's a water bottle, sunscreen, bug spray, a rain jacket, a sun hat, and sunglasses. Those are kind of the key. If you're not packing those, you're going to be having a miserable time, I can guarantee it. So that is without a doubt the basic necessities. So if you're just going to show up without gear, at least bring that. So all right, the next thing is whenever you're going to go on any trip, like we travel a lot for these lodges and the lodge programs, it's basically to narrow it down and take 50% of the puzzle as to what to pack is what are you fishing for? So here in San Pedro up at the Iguana House, we're going to be fishing primarily for permit and for bonefish. And there is resident tarpon there that I'm hoping to get into as well. But that's not our primary targets, but the permit and the bonefish are. So having said that, that's going to determine what rods, what lines, and what reels we're going to bring and what leaders and flies. So that's huge. Right off the hop, that's 50% of our puzzle. So knowing that is going to be key. So obviously you know where you're doing, you know where you're going. With that said, knowing that we're going for permit and knowing we're going for bones, what did I bring? That's kind of the question in everybody's mind. So I'm going to jump right to it and show you guys what I brought. So I got a great setup here. I believe we're fully covered. So this is going to be my permit rod. So this is a rod from Lamson. This is the Lamson Cobalt 9-weight, 9-foot rod. Fantastic rod. I used Lamson rods for everything and reels. Hugely good. They have backbone. They're going to get you out there. The 9-foot 9-weight is the ideal permit rod from a lot of the guides and gurus and everybody that we've spoken to in the industry. It's just kind of the standard rod. It's just good for punching you through the wind, everything like that. So again, this is the Lamson Cobalt in the 9-foot 9-weight rod. And what I've done is I've actually gone ahead and paired that with a reel. The Cobalt's been around for a couple seasons now, and I've gone ahead and paired that with the Lamson Lightspeed. And this has been around for a couple seasons. The reason why I've actually chose this particular reel is because of the drag system. I absolutely love this drag system. It can stop a freight train. I've used this same drag system up in Alaska when we're going up for big silvers and whatnot. So again, that drag system, I love the look of the reel. That's going to pair very nicely with the 9-foot 9-weight Cobalt rod, and this is going to be my primary permit. I'm going to be casting this bad boy all day. A lot of porting in here, which is light for keeping those cast, you know what I mean, to take it out. I don't want to blow a shoulder. I don't want to blow an arm here. So this is going to be great. I can tell already. Seal drag. Total saltwater reel and at a good affordable price. So I'm set up for permit. I'm actually going to be pairing this here with a Rio Elite permit 9-weight fly line as well. So I'm going to be putting that on here in the next 24 hours or so. And that's going to be my fly line of choice going on to this reel. And I'm super excited to be casting that. Everything should be pretty dialed on that. So the other thing is I mentioned that we were going to be going for bonefish and we're going to be going for resident tarpon. So that kind of leaves the question as to what other two rods I'm going to bring. And I kind of went with a new direction only because Lamson came out with a new product that was going to work for us, and it's going to work for us for both saltwater and freshwater. And that's actually these Lamson liquid here. I'm going to show you guys here. That's these Lamson liquid outfits, the liquid max outfits in the 8-weight and in the 10-weight. So the 8-weight is going to be what I'm going to use for bonefish. They're identical. I'll show you on the 10 here. I'm going to be using the 8-weight with bonefish, and again, I'm going to pair that with a Rio Elite bonefish 8-weight fly line, and that's going to more than suffice and get me through. So here's what they look like. This is the 10-weight liquid max outfit. Again, fantastic drag system on there. The reels just fit neatly in here. It's all in this little carry pouch. Couldn't get any easier. The cool thing about this and why I chose this is because this works for both freshwater and saltwater. And that was key. For a guy that's always traveling, like myself, we're always traveling, we're always doing these lodge programs. Having a rod that would work dual, both fresh and salt. So I can use this for muskie fishing now. I can use the 8-weight for pike fishing. I'm well covered. And if I need to go on another saltwater trip where I need a 10-weight or an 8-weight, I'm good. So that was key, and that was the actual leading factor here for me choosing this this setup. And I think this setup is going to be fantastic. I am so pumped to actually use this. So on this one here, I'm going to be putting actually a Scientific Angler's tarpon line on here. And on the 8-weight, as I mentioned, I'm going to be putting that reel on there. So that's kind of what my setup is for these guys. I'm pumped. I'm excited to use them. And I know they're going to be good. So another item that you're going to want to look at is having a variety of leaders. And we've gone ahead. What do you got here for leaders? I got reel leaders, I got SA leaders, and I've got everything from 20 pounds all the way down to 12 pounds for bones and stuff like that. So leaders, having a good ensemble of leaders is definitely going to make sure that you're more than prepared when you're out there, and having a variety of weights or pounds of tests and leaders is going to be is key as well. So making sure that you don't just show up with one leader, show up with a few, show up with different tests, play around with it when you're on the water, make sure you get it right. Your guides will probably tune you in as well to that. So something that was really key for me as well, being being new to saltwater, is making sure that I have the right footwear for saltwater, especially when I'm going to be marching through the flats, because I did not want to get stung, bit, or hurt in any which way. I did not want to get cut up on coral. I just didn't want that. So I wanted to choose a boot that was going to work for me, or appropriate footwear that was going to work for me. So I kind of went, I after talking to lots of guides, I went with this one here. This is the Sims flat sneaker, and it's the lightest weight one I could find, because I wanted something lightweight, because we're going to do lots of walking wherever we're going. And I wanted something lightweight. I wanted something that's going to get me around. I wanted something that was durable, well constructed, and this boot actually looks like it's going to do that. I know it's going to do that. I can tell just from the construction and the materials used. So it's a great boot all around. Looks good, clean. There's like less likely to get, like, fly line can't get tangled on it is likely. It's just a clean, well designed boot. I'm excited to put this to test and use, and I'm going to give you guys a review on that afterwards. But for now, this is the boot I've chosen. I think it's going to be great. I know it is. So yeah, that's the boot we've kind of gone with. And having the right footwear is going to make for a much more enjoyable time. So the next thing is flies, and having a good assortment of flies. So here we are. I've got a good assortment of flies. I've got my crabs. I've got some prawns, or shrimp, sorry. You know what I mean? We've got all kinds of little bait fish imitations and stuff like that. So we're going to be using that, having the right flies and bringing the right flies, or at least a starter pack of flies. So reaching out to your local fly shops, or reaching out to fly tires that you have, is going to get you the right flies that you're going to need to get there quicker. Having said that, is don't just show up with like 1 or 2 flies. Get a good chunk of flies. You're going to lose flies. Making sure that this is a trip of a lifetime, that you're well prepared and that you're well stocked. Don't just rely on the guides. Don't rely on the lodge to have them. I mean, unless they specifically say, hey, we have them. So that's why I've gone ahead and done that. That's just kind of like a protocol that we have with any of our trips, is bringing your own flies. So making sure that you have the right flies in a nice dry box that's portable and lightweight. Notice here I don't have my big boat box. I just got something small. That's all I need for this trip. It's small, it's lightweight, it can go on the plane. It's going to work very well. So again, making sure that you pack the right stuff is going to be key, and it's going to be successful for your trip. And hopefully that helps you guys out. So if you found value in this video, or you liked something in this video, leave a like, leave a thumbs up. If you actually have a comment or you feel like I'm forgetting something, 100%, put it down below. It's going to help out an angler, and I'm excited for that. So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys on the water.